me. Help me.
Hi guys, if you don't know me, my name's Sun. I used to play with sharp things. Now I don't play with sharp things. I'm sensible and I behave myself, but I have destroyed my bed for your entertainment. Today we have got a serious video. No laughing, my friends, or we will be demonetized. Sit down, have a smoke and a pancake, have a smoke and a bagel, because today we are going to be discussing Dark Souls Remastered on the Nintendo Switch. Okay, so everybody and their grandma was excited about Dark Souls when it was announced on the Nintendo Direct. However, I never played this game before. I didn't play it on the PlayStation 3, I didn't play it on the PlayStation 4. Therefore, I had no idea what to expect. And also, I was kind of hyped about it due to the fact that you guys were hyped about it. So your excitement kind of rubbed off on me, and luckily I got sent a free copy. Thank you. Thank you. YouTube is really paying off now. Anyway, it is October, the wait is over. Dark Souls Remastered has been released on the Nintendo Switch, and now we're going to discuss whether this game is worth it or not. I am not going to lie to you guys, due to not playing the game ever before, like I said earlier, I've kind of gone into this game blind. And yes, I have seen trailers, I have watched gameplay, however, I've not had the hands-on experience myself. I have not got to feel the difficulty of Dark Souls. Due to this, I'm going to take it upon myself to call this a mini review, because I would hate to give you guys the impression that I played this game for hours and hours on end, because that's not true. I played it for a few hours and then I've not had the time because I have 14-hour shifts, which are very, very enjoyable. Okay, so at the start of the game you get to design your character as you do with most games. However, the character customization on the game is very, very basic. There is no way I'm going to make myself into a 5'2" Iranian, Turkish, Jamaican girl with fluffy hair and weird eyebrows. It's not going to happen. And I've seen people complain about this, but what do you expect from an old game? It's not about the character customization, really, is it? It's about the gameplay. So I think people have been very, very critical on the fact that the characters cannot be customized to be my exact same skin tone. Like, it doesn't even happen in 2018, so just stop it now. So let's talk about the gameplay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm basic as hell. I find this game very hard. It's not one of those games that you can just pick up and become amazing at. You learn as you go, and as you learn, the game grows so much more, and that's what makes the game even more fulfilling. It's not one of those games where you can just smash the buttons and defeat the bosses. You have to have a very, very good, in-depth strategic plan for you to actually defeat the characters, for you to progress in the game. And for me, the fact that I know that I've put all this effort into the game, it wasn't just one of those easy games that I can just run through, made it so much more easy. Also, if you go online, there's a lot of walkthroughs and a lot of cheats that is going to help you to get better at the game. But yeah, top tip, cheat your way through life. And the setting is really dark and gothic, which I think it's quite beautiful for me personally. I've heard a lot of people call the game ugly, but for me, I quite like the effect. And I don't know if you guys agree with me, but when you play a game like that on a dark night, it really, you know, it sets a nice tone, and it was just a fun game visually. It was beautiful to look at. With the exploration of the game, what I enjoyed is that you're not really offered much guidance. You're kind of left to roam and find so many interesting things, and you kind of feel like you're in the game and you're exploring. You don't know what you're going to come across, which I think for someone who loves exploration games, it really does captivate you, and you become at one with the game. You are in the game. Okay, the bane of the game for me was how much I found myself dying. When you die, you drop your souls and you lose health. I mean, which isn't that bad if you're not dying all the time, but for someone like me, I was dying a lot. I found in the end, you know, when you're not dying as much, it's not that bad. All you have to do is utilize your skills and utilize your weapons, and just, you know, learn that you can't just mash your way through a game, son. I learned that very quickly, that you actually had to have some wits about you. You actually had to learn and have some skill. I found myself getting very frustrated with the amount of times I'm dying. The good thing about when you die is that you do lose health. However, say you die, you respawn, and then you die again within the next 2 minutes. Your health doesn't go like right to 0, which is the really good thing about it. But the bane of my life personally was dying because I died so much. This brings me on to the weapons. Okay, so we're used to weapons degrading. It's the same in Dark Souls. When you use your weapons degrade. It's nothing that we're not used to in 2018. All you need to learn is which weapons work best in what situation, and it will take some time. It took me some time because I've never played the game before, but in the end, I realised that I didn't have to have like 70 axes in my inventory. I can just have the things that I know are going to work the best to kill what enemy. This brings me on to combat. You need to learn everything. Skill, defense, stamina, weapons, all of it. You can't just mash the buttons, which I learned very quick in the game. I've said it about 15 times. You can't just mash, stab, slit their throat and think they're gonna die. It's not gonna happen. You need to learn what buttons to press. You can't go in there with the hope of being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna mash the button to slice his throat. That is not gonna ever happen. So you need to learn very quick what weapons work with best. You need to make sure you learn everything at this point, or you are going to die. This brings me on to another thing. There is no running and there is no hiding from enemies on Dark Souls. You can run miles and the enemy is still going to find you. They're going to hunt you down. Normally when you run away, the enemy disappears. You're like, fuck you. But no, they're finding you and they're going to kill you, which makes it really difficult. It's actually not that much of a bad thing due to the fact that as you can corner your enemies and get them in a corner, you know, do your thing, kill them, which works a treat. But if you're low on your health and you really need to get away, you're dead. You're going to lose your souls. That's it. The end. Finito. It's over. You're gone. Your health is nothing. You're this pit. You're a piece of shit on the ship. That's it. It's gone. Your life's over. You've got no soul. I hate you. On to something that I hate about Dark Souls. A lot of people have complained about this and I completely understand where they're coming from, but the buttons are all over the place. The A button is used to go back and the B button is used to accept, which is not normal Nintendo Switch behaviour. Apparently you can change all this on your default settings. However, I've not done it. I've kind of got used to it. After hours and hours and hours of being frustrated, I didn't think about Googling it and changing it. I just got used to it. So yeah, I mean, if your first time playing the game, you might want to change it. I guess they wanted to make, they didn't think of changing the controls. I don't know, but very annoying. Can we not do that ever again, please? Because I found myself in a situation where I would completely die due to this option, and it wasn't because of my bad gameplay. It was because of the A and B button being the wrong ways around, and there was no option saying that, are you sure you want to go back? It's like, no, back, okay, bye! Simple as that. Let's talk about the graphics. I am not one of those people who believe that the graphics make the game, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So there is no 4K option at all. I personally don't think that it's needed. Okay, it's a lot more visually pleasing to play a game in 4K, whatever, but it doesn't really affect the gameplay that much. Docked is 1080p, and handheld mode it's 720. Whilst being docked, which I didn't play often because I don't know why, but I just didn't, I noticed it was very, very laggy, and it really did mess with the gameplay for me. I found myself getting really frustrated and just being like, fuck this shit, I'm out. So in the end, I just ended up playing handheld anyway because the lagging was so annoying. I've heard this has been ironed out and it's been fixed. However, it did ruin the gameplay for me because it was so laggy, and obviously with the frame rate drops, we all know how frustrating that is. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that the Dark Souls looks better in handheld mode, because it doesn't. It looks way better docked, and I can almost guarantee it looks better in 4K. However, it did not alter my gameplay. I didn't think, oh, the graphics are so bad. Like, I wasn't, you know, put off by it in any way at all. One thing that I was put off with would be the audio. I'm gonna be honest here, don't shoot me, but I think that the audio sucked. sorry, not sorry, but I did. I think in handheld mode, it was quite bad, and the audio kind of muffled together sometimes, and it was just like, ear rape, can you not please? It's nothing to moan about that much. Like, I wouldn't call my friends and say, oh, the audio is shit. But it was one of those things that I noticed when I was playing alone, like, oh, this isn't that good, the audio's not that good. Say if I was to put my headphones in and play it, it'd be a lot better due to it being deep inside my ear. Oh. Hello. Due to it being deep inside my ears, it felt, you know, I felt really good actually. Okay, sorry. It sounded a lot better, but when the headphones were in handheld mode, the audio, it wasn't that great. But saying this, for a remastered version of a game on the Nintendo Switch, you know, you can't really go wrong. It wasn't that awful that I couldn't play it, but it wasn't that amazing or that good that I was like, oh, I'm so impressed with the audio. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to talk about the online gameplay. I don't want to feed you guys some lies and be like, oh, it's so good, because I've not played it. So I can't be, I'm going to be honest with you, I got an early copy, didn't play online, and I don't know, I'm kind of having fun just playing with myself. Playing with myself is fun. So I guess I've had no reason to play it online. Yeah, I don't know. I've got a question for you guys. What do you think of Dark Souls Online? Please discuss in the comments and let everyone know what you think, because I am a trash YouTuber and I can't give you a review of the online. I don't want to feed you guys lies and made out that I've played online when I've not. So please leave in the comments below and let me know if I should play online. I'm guessing I should really, because, you know, I have been on Twitter and I've heard it's pretty good. With the voice chat though, not so sure about that. So that's where it's like a big no for me. I think the fact that we've got Dark Souls Remastered on the Nintendo Switch really highlights what the Nintendo Switch is capable of. People have slagged off the Nintendo Switch numerous times, stating that it's not capable to do this or it's not capable to do that. Having games like Dark Souls on the Switch really proves to people how good this device is. And oh my god, if the Nintendo Switch comes out, or the new Nintendo Switch comes out in 2019, the upgraded version of the Nintendo Switch, I think it's going to completely blow people out the water. And the people who are refusing to this day to buy the Nintendo Switch will probably pick it up, because, I mean, being able to run a game like this and run it well, we've had a few problems with frame rate. As I've said, that's been smoothed out. It's very impressive, and for the price as well, I think you can't really moan. And if you do moan, then you're stupid. If you do moan, you moan at the end of the day. Not everyone is going to like everything. You could hate the Nintendo Switch. It really doesn't affect me in any way, because I love both PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch. So that's the tea. Overall, I enjoyed this game when I progressed, and just highlight the word when, because it took me a lot of time to progress due to being so bad at it. I know you're all probably gonna laugh at me and be like, oh, thought can't play video games. Well, I did progress in the game after a while, after I got used to the game. But yes, I found myself being very frustrated with how difficult it was, due to the simple fact I went into the game thinking it was going to be quite easy. The feeling I got when I progressed was a much more intense feeling than that I've ever had with playing other games, because when I play other games, I'm going to admit it, I feel that they're quite easy. So when I eventually progressed in this game, I was like, shit, that was some hard graft, and I did that. So yeah, I think the Dark Souls on the Switch, they've done a great job putting it on the Switch. The remastered version is tip top, so I'll definitely give it a buy. Let me know what you guys think of the game in the comment below. If you're gonna buy it, if you're not gonna buy it, if you're just gonna stick to it on your PlayStation 3, then that's fine. Let me know. Also, you know, you can't leave without the cyber hugs. Lovely. Before I go, I always have this segment where I completely cheekily plug myself, but YouTube loves to demonetize my videos because they hate me. So if you want to see more content, if you want to see some cosplay pics, you know, if you want to have a input of what videos I put onto my Patreon, then, or pictures or whatever, then there's a link below with my Patreon. Check it out. There's different tiers that you can subscribe to, I guess. So check it out. Talk a lot of crap on there, but I do that anyway. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the weekend because we're doing 2 videos a week now. 2 videos a week now. See you then. Bye.